My name is Olivia, and my insatiable curiosity led me down a path fraught with unspeakable horrors. In the forgotten recesses of a crumbling library, I stumbled upon a book bound in human flesh, an artifact that held within its pages the malevolent echoes of a twisted history. The library itself, a forgotten relic of a bygone era, was a labyrinth of dust-laden shelves and cobweb-covered tomes. In the hushed silence, broken only by the creaking of ancient floorboards, I discovered the cursed book. Its cover, a grotesque tapestry of human skin, sent shivers down my spine. The title, written in an archaic script, seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy. The Veil of Delirium. Against my better judgment, I traced the letters with trembling fingers, my curiosity becoming a siren's call that drowned out the whispers of reason. As I delved into the forbidden pages, the air thickened with an oppressive weight, and the lines between reality and fiction began to blur. The narrative unfolded like a nightmare, a disjointed tapestry of horrors that defied the laws of reason. Visions of shadowy figures, their faces obscured by an eternal darkness, danced through the recesses of my mind. Each word etched itself into my consciousness, a malevolent force that gripped my very soul. Days turned into nights as I found myself inexorably drawn into the cursed narrative. The characters within the book became haunting specters that haunted my every waking moment. Their voices, an insidious chorus of despair, echoed through the corridors of my mind. As I navigated the twisted plot, a revelation unfolded. The characters within the Veil of Delirium were reflections of those who had dared to read its pages before me. Each protagonist, a cursed soul ensnared by the malevolent force that lurked within the book, became a harbinger of my own impending doom. Reality itself began to warp. The library's walls seemed to pulsate with a grotesque heartbeat, and the shadows clung to the corners like vengeful phantoms. I felt the weight of unseen eyes upon me, and the air hummed with the ominous whispers of the cursed tome. My nights were plagued by nightmarish visions that transcended the boundaries of sleep and wakefulness. I found myself trapped in a surreal dance with the characters from the book, their twisted tales playing out in a nightmarish pantomime. Desperation clawed at my sanity as the malevolent force within the book tightened its grip. I sought solace in the dusty corners of the library, the confines of the cursed tome closing in on me like a suffocating embrace. And then, one fateful night, the characters from the Veil of Delirium materialized before me. Their ghostly forms, wreathed in shadows, emerged from the pages with an otherworldly grace. The air crackled with a sinister energy as they circled me, their voices a haunting chorus that spoke of forgotten sins and eternal torment. The protagonist, a spectral figure with hollow eyes, stepped forward. "Olivia," it whispered, its voice a distorted melody. "You are now part of the narrative. The lines between our worlds have blurred, and you are trapped within the pages of the cursed tome." Dread coiled within me as I realized the inescapable truth. I had become a character in the malevolent narrative, destined to play out a role written by forces beyond my comprehension. The library itself seemed to warp and contort, its dimensions shifting like a fever dream. I became an unwilling participant in the nightmarish saga, my actions dictated by the whims of the cursed tome. The characters, twisted echoes of those who had read before me, circled like vultures, their eyes gleaming with an insatiable hunger. As the horror unfolded, I clung to shreds of sanity, seeking a way to break free from the cursed narrative. In the twisted passages of the library, I discovered an ancient incantation, a chant that, if spoken aloud, had the potential to sever the ties between the book and its unwilling characters. With a voice trembling with fear, I uttered the incantation. The air crackled with an electric charge as the characters recoiled, their ghostly forms contorting in pain. The library itself seemed to rebel against the unnatural forces that had held it captive. In a blinding flash, the characters were sucked back into the cursed tome, their distorted wails echoing through the library. The grotesque heartbeat that pulsed through the walls faltered, and the shadows retreated to their rightful corners. As the last echoes of the incantation dissipated, I found myself standing in the library. The cursed book closed and lifeless before me. The malevolent force that had ensnared me had been banished, and the reality around me settled into a semblance of normalcy. Days turned into nights, and I emerged from the library forever changed by the horrors I had faced. The cursed tome, now sealed away in a hidden chamber, became a haunting memory, a reminder of the thin veil that separates reality from the malevolent forces that lurk in the shadows. In the aftermath of the ordeal, I dedicated myself to safeguarding the secrets of the cursed tome. The library, once a forgotten relic, became a place of cautionary tales, warning those who dared to tread into the realm of forbidden knowledge. The nightmares that had haunted me gradually faded, replaced by a newfound strength forged in the crucible of horror. The library, once a prison of malevolent forces, now stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit against the terrors that lurk in the dark corners of forbidden knowledge.